Welcome to Enjoy. I'm Blair French, and today we're off to enjoy the kitchen. What do you enjoy? Come on. On today's show, we're headed up to Paso Robles to meet with proprietors and brothers George and Daniel Daou of Daou Vineyards. We'll take a tour, taste a little wine, do some cooking, and see how they're cultivating more than just grapes, but also enjoyment. Hello, and welcome to Enjoy. I'm your host, Blair French, and today's show is full of fun, food, and of course, enjoyment. This is a show called Enjoy. So I'm asking people, what do they enjoy? What do you enjoy?
Martial arts.
Martial arts. What specifically? Which one?
Different styles like Wing Chun, Taekwondo, Karate, Kung Fu, like that.
Very good. How long you been practicing?
10 years.
You'll have to show me some moves sometime. Yeah, I don't know anything about martial arts.
I like running, jogging, and like going to the beach. I would like to travel around the whole world in the future.
Alan, you like to enjoy a lot. We like that. What does bring you enjoyment? We're doing a show about what people enjoy.
I cook because I like to. I like gardening. I like to work in my flowers. We got roses. I got daffodils. I got tulips. Needless to say, you know my ancestors were from England because my maiden name is Cornwell.
All right.
My kids think I talk too much all the time.
What are your names?
Ella, Naomi.
Ella and Naomi. And where are you from?
Pennsylvania.
You're from Pennsylvania, but I understand that you just moved here?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm interested, what do you enjoy most about being here?
The beach.
The beach. It's a good thing you're here because it's right here. And what about you?
I like to, when we come on the pier, I like to look at the view of the ocean. It's really pretty.
It is a pretty ocean. They didn't have that in Pennsylvania, did they?
No.
Well, I hope that you enjoy your time here. Welcome. Welcome to California.
Yeah.
Okay, bye ladies.
Y te has pintado una sonrisa de carmín y te has colgado el bolso que te regaló y aquel vestido que nunca estrenaste lo estrenas hoy y sales a la calle buscando amor.
Here we are, Chef Isaac Weary of Daou Vineyards and Winery. So nice to have you.
Thank you for having me.
You're very well. Thank you for having us. We are going to make two things today. You're going to do an heirloom tomato salad.
Correct.
And then I also understand you're going to be doing a cheese plate that you serve here when people are tasting.
We do a cheese plate all through the week. We also do a food and wine pairing on the weekend. That the food that pairs obviously with our wines.
Wonderful.
What we do.
Okay, well, great. So, am I helping you? I think I'm helping you.
Yeah, we can slice some tomatoes. Yeah.
You gave me the guest knife. I look serious.
User beware.
Okay. Is this your special knife?
This is my special knife.
You like this one? What's so special about it?
When my dad was over in Japan, the first question that he asked me was, what do you want? And I said knives. So he actually did really well with the knives that he chose, and I use them every day.
Wow, that's heavy. Okay, good. Okay, all right. I'm at your service.
Okay.
I'm here to learn.
So I think, well, let's just start by obviously slicing the tomatoes, and then we'll kind of assemble the salad with all the different things
So
that we
you
have
use
on here.
all of these tomatoes in the salad?
I think we'll probably just use, this one and maybe half of this one.
Okay.
Maybe 1.5 tomatoes.
All right. Do you grow these here?
I get this from a place in Templeton, and she kind of has all these stuff that she grows on her farm, and you know, we're really lucky to be here in the Central Coast.
How nice!
There's everything here. It's America's salad bowl here. I mean, we got everything. I mean, everything grows on the Central Coast.
Well, let's get cooking.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, all right. So tell me what you want me to do.
I think let's just start by slicing the tomato right in the middle.
Okay. So we're doing
and then
in the middle.
And then what I do is I just put it on its side like that.
Yep.
And then just give it another slice.
So we're doing little wedges?
Yeah, we'll do little wedges.
You got it. Wedges coming up. Here we go.
Maybe I'll do some of this red one so we have a little
Now,
variety.
if I do really
of
well,
color.
will you hire me if I do really well?
Well, you gotta come in stage first.
Oh, what's that?
It's where you come and work in the kitchen for free, and then they decide if they want to hire you or
No,
not.
I'm not doing that. Okay. All right, I like your guest knife.
Yeah?
This is a pretty good guest knife. And I still have all my fingers.
Nice.
And all my fingernails.
Nice.
Yep.
I think that's we probably got enough to start our salad here. So what I like to do is just kind of lay them out like this.
All right, I'm laying them out. My beautiful tomatoes.
And then I'll give it a little bit of this pink Hawaiian sea salt.
Yes, you have a lot of things to choose from here.
So let's go through it real quick.
Okay.
Right here is some smoked almonds, and then this is obviously pomegranates that I have. We have a big pomegranate tree that grows on my property that I got the pomegranates from. This is some of the pancetta here that I make in house.
Wait, let's go back to the pomegranates.
The pomegranates?
My favorite tree fruit. I love the flower. I love the way it hangs on the tree. Okay, that's all I had to say.
It's like kind of an alien looking fruit though, isn't it?
I love it. I love pomegranates. Okay.
And then some chev, goat cheese that I make here as well.
You make this?
Yeah, I make the chev here.
Show
I make the cheese here, the bread. We have a wild yeast starter that I start here. That the yeast is obviously only here on the mountain. And bread, cheese, the charcuterie.
We're gonna have to come back another time. I want to learn how to make cheese.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty simple process.
Okay. Well, don't ruin it for me.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I just have some rosemary blooms.
These are pretty. Oh, I was wondering what those are. Rosemary blooms. Do they smell?
Yeah, they're very pungent.
I would have never thought of using the blooms. I don't know why. I just would think of using the rosemary, the green part.
It's pretty. And
you learn something new every day.
Should we start building?
Yes, I'll stop talking. Yes, let's.
So we'll do a little bit of pink Hawaiian sea salt on the tomatoes.
I'm a salt freak. I love salt.
Both sides.
I'm always looking for the salt when I'm eating. Is that bad?
Like on the table?
Well, if it's not salted enough, I'm always out. I love salt.
Yeah, if I go to a place and they have salt on the table, that usually means they don't know how to season their food.
They don't know how to season. I know. So you start to worry. Okay.
Yeah, this is kind of a more of a finishing salt because it's a little coarser.
I'm making a mess. Is that all right?
That's fine.
Okay. Now we're doing this here because you don't want to mess on the plate.
Yeah, I mean these tomatoes are so juicy that I would rather do it not on the plate. So
that's what I'm doing.
So let's.
Wait, I need pepper.
Pepper. And then I'm going to put some of this smoked almond down on the plate first.
Okay. So you don't mind making a mess with the smoked almonds?
Well, it's in a line.
Okay, so I got it.
It's a messy, clean line.
I like it. You're still the chef and still the boss.
So I like to
Here, you go and then I'll go. Can I put one?
Yeah.
All right.
It's kind of every other color.
Whoops. Boy, it's like a tag team.
I know,
like
right?
You go, I go.
Is that probably good? Yeah,
yeah,
I think that's
okay.
good. And then I'll do some of this chev that we have here. Maybe just right on top.
Okay. When do the When do the flowers come in?
They've actually been blooming all summer. They're still blooming.
I meant into this recipe.
Are
they not in this recipe?
They're in this recipe.
Oh,
yeah.
Can I be the flower girl?
Yeah,
okay.
You can put the flowers right on
Now?
top. Yeah, let's do it.
You got it. That's so pretty.
Kind of adds a little bit of a punch to it.
It sure does. You know, we eat with our eyes first.
That's right.
Okay, I like it. Wait, there's one more.
One more?
I don't want him to feel left out.
Do some of the pancetta.
And I understand you make this pancetta here.
I do. I try to source as much of the, not only the produce, but the proteins, the meats
I like
as well.
that you make the cheese and the meat.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's all about quality. So if you start with a quality product and you see it the whole way through, then it's going to be a quality product in the end.
That is just beautiful.
You know, it goes same thing with our food, same thing with our wine. You know, start with a good product, you're going to end with a good product.
Well, that is
just a little bit of love and care and coax, then
that's it.
It'll be a great product.
That's right.
You know?
Well, good. Okay, so is that to your liking?
Yeah, it is. I think we should put maybe a couple pieces of...
You just keep on going, don't you?
Of parsley here. And then some of our estate olive oil. That
you make olive oil here too. Of course you do.
I don't make the olive. We have the trees here, the olive trees here.
Okay.
You get it pressed and some estate olive oil. And I think we're good.
Okay. I think we are ready to enjoy this salad.
Great. You know what would make this wonderful heirloom tomato salad better? Some wine.
Good idea. I'm right there with you. I have glasses.
Perfect.
And you have wine.
Perfect. See? Perfect combination.
Okay. So is this wine? What is this wine?
This is our Viognier.
Okay. And would you actually pair this with this salad?
Yeah, I think the crispness in it is real nice with the acidity and the crispness of the tomatoes as well.
Okay. Cheers, Isaac. Mmm. That's
Tasty?
delicious. And I can really taste the olive oil. That is some olive oil. Wow.
Did you get some of the rosemary
I did.
in there too?
And I got
some of the pancetta.
And the salt.
See?
Yum.
Makes a big difference.
Very, very nice.
Salt, huh?
Very nice. Wow. This is to be enjoyed for sure. Now we're going to do the cheese plate. This is the chef's cheese plate named after you.
Correct. We do a couple different cheese plates. We do a 2 cheese, a 4 cheese, and a 6 cheese. So our guests have the options of less cheese or more cheese.
Okay,
so
that's a nice option.
So let's get started. Kind of what I do first.
You want to tell me, and I'll assemble.
Right here we have a quenelle of albacore mousse. I get local albacore. This is from Santa Cruz. I get it down. It's basically just I take the tuna and I poach it with olive oil, and then add some creme fraiche to it and some garlic and puree it and put it in a quenelle.
And there it is. So, okay, a quenelle.
Why don't we start? I'll have you do this. I usually just do like a line of these smoked almonds there.
You do a line of almonds down
yeah,
the
just right in the middle there.
All right. Uh-oh, one escaped. This is crafty. I like this.
Yeah, like you said before, it's got to look good, you know?
It does have to look good. All right, is that looking good enough for you?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe we can give them, give them a little bit more.
Oh.
That's probably good.
We don't want them to be hungry.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, next?
Next, I do, this is some quince paste. This is some quinces that actually is from Daniel, the winemaker's property.
Oh.
So I brought them in, I cook them down, and
very nice.
turn them into a nice paste.
Okay, where would you like this?
Just, I kind of do like a little swipe right there.
Oh, a swipe. This is getting technical,
Too much
but I can
pressure?
do it. No, I can do it. Like
perfect.
that?
Yeah.
Done?
Perfect, yeah.
Oh, perfect. We like perfect.
And then some of the bread, this is the bread that I make here.
Of course you make it.
With the
because you also make cheese and pancetta.
That's right.
Why wouldn't you make bread?
We have, the first thing that I did when I came here at Daou is started a yeast starter. And basically what that is just water and flour. And the wild yeast that's all in the air cultivates it and gives it its own aroma. Like San Francisco, for instance, is so well known for its sourdough, and the yeast that's in San Francisco is only in San Francisco.
So you mean to tell me that right now, as we're standing here, there's wild yeast just running around in the air?
And the yeast that's in the air in my starter here, it's only going to taste the way it does up here. Like if I were to take it down to Paso or you know up to San Francisco, it's not going to taste the same.
I said earlier that you learn something new every day, but I've learned 2 things today. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's fast. Okay,
pretty amazing,
great.
huh?
All right, so let's cut it up.
Okay.
Let's got a nice crust on it too.
Nice crunchy bread.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, and I take those.
Take these and just kind of put them in a line, just kind of like the almonds, or whatever you want. I mean, as long as it looks nice, that's all that matters.
It's my plate.
It's your creation.
All right, I'm creating. I'm creating something to enjoy. I like this. Do you like that?
Yeah, that looks great.
You're like, no, not so much.
Yeah, I like it.
Do you want to correct it?
No, it's perfect.
Okay, it's perfect. All right, moving on.
We have usually 3 hard and 3 soft, so that's why it's the chef's cheese, because I kind of choose which ones I want to put on there.
Okay.
There's some boucheron, which is a goat cheese.
Boucheron. Do you make this?
I do not make this one. Huh. Maybe down the road I will.
So you know what? I have no doubt that you will be making your own boucheron.
And I usually just put it right on top of the almonds.
Okay. Like that direction?
Yeah, just set it right down there.
All right.
And then the next one is some chaume,
which
is a French cheese, kind of pungent. I usually just kind of shingle them.
Oh, okay.
And then the next is a Maytag Blue, which is from
this one. I can see the
Iowa.
blue. Okay. From Iowa?
Iowa.
Who knew?
I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Minnesota, so I
like
my cheese.
And this is your chef's cheese plate.
That's right.
So you can bring cheese from wherever.
The last one is 10-year-old aged cheddar from Wisconsin.
I love
very sharp.
Cheddar, yes. Okay.
And then we have some of our olives here.
Ooh.
And then I usually just top it a little bit with our state olive oil there.
I can do that. Here we go.
And that's our four chef cheese plate.
Oh, I love it. That looks delicious. I'm going to go for the boucheron because I'd like to compare it so that when you make your own
then you can see which one's better.
I'll know how much better yours is than this one.
Well, let's do it. I think I'm going to go for some of the blue. That's what I'm going to do. People are really loving our bread.
The bread is delicious. And it's got that nice yeasty bread smell with a crust.
There's nothing like fresh
I know.
bread.
Delicious. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Daniel Daou, thank you so much. We've really enjoyed our time here. It's beautiful. What's not to enjoy about this?
Exactly. You were just in paradise right here.
Absolute perfection. Now, Daniel, a little bird told me that you are in charge of the winemaking here, which is quite a responsibility.
It is.
Tell me about that. I know nothing about making wine, so what would you want to inform me about?
Well, I try to capture the magic that really this mountain gives us, year to year, and really put it in a bottle. And it's really fantastic being here. I mean, we are here tonight and the sun is about to set and you can feel that beautiful breeze that caresses us from the ocean about 14 miles away.
It does feel quite nice.
Yeah, and the climatic conditions are just perfect for growing Bordeaux varieties, which is what we do.
Now, how many varieties do you have?
So most of what we grow here is Cabernet Sauvignon, which is really my passion, what I like to make. And this terroir here actually is the most like Bordeaux terroir in California that you can find.
Well, lucky you.
Look at the soil. The soil is what we call in France argilo-calcaire, which is calcareous clay.
Okay.
And the soil, you can only find it in California in this little stretch of Adelaide that heads down toward Templeton.
I have a feeling that had to do with your decision in landing in this spot.
Absolutely. It really brings two incredible features or benefits to the wine that you don't find easily somewhere else. The first one is great minerality. So it's easy to get fruit and alcohol, but what we're in search of is minerality, which really enhances the flavors of a wine.
Okay.
Now to do that, the roots have to hit against this kind of rock that we're looking at right here, and it allows the roots to really draw up that minerality and infuses it into the wine.
Okay.
The second reason you want these soils is it allows you to have natural acidity, which is super important.
Yes.
Most of the wines in California are acidulated, so you actually have to add acid to the wine. And that's something in France that is not standard. We rarely ever put acid into a wine. Not all clones for Cabernet Sauvignon are equal.
Now, what is a clone?
A clone is a different type of Cabernet, so a different type of grape. So the same way you can have a car and you can have a Porsche, or you can have a another car, without naming any brands, you can have different clones that are meant to perform differently.
Okay.
So some cars are meant to go 0 to 60 in 3.6. Other cars are meant to go 0 to 60 in 10 seconds. So there are productive clone and qualitative clones. Most of the area here in the past has planted productive clones. Berries are bigger, there are more berries per cluster. They're meant for production wine. What we've done here is planted clones that for the most part have never been planted in Paso Robles.
Huh. Now where does one get a clone?
So some of the clones we actually brought in through our nursery from France. We're working on developing our own clones. Others we found at special vineyards, sometimes in Napa, sometimes in France, and replicated them to basically plant them here.
This has been quite an education.
Yeah.
I love this.
Thank you.
Where did you learn this? I mean, this is very technical. So is this just something that you've learned over the years, or?
So I spent about 7 or 8 years really studying winemaking.
Okay.
And more importantly, I feel that I was very fortunate to work under 2 great winemakers who taught me the winemaking.
Always nice to have a mentor.
Practice. Absolutely.
Okay, very good. And so how has this year been for you?
This year has been my best yet.
Oh,
yes.
Perfect.
It's been an incredible vintage. We've only had 5 days over 100 degrees on this mountain. So actually it hasn't been too warm. It's just been perfect. The dryness that we've had, that we've encountered in California this year, is probably the driest year on record. But that allowed the bud break to be early, and actually the fruit to arrive here even earlier.
When is the bud break?
Bud break typically for us happens early April.
Okay.
This year it was early March.
All right, so what are the so you have bud break, and then you have...
You have bud break, then you have basically bloom, and then you go into, you know, growth where basically the canopy is formed, and then you wait for harvest to arrive, typically in September for us.
Okay, so you're done harvesting?
We're done harvesting our mountain. I still have 10 days of harvesting from other vineyards that I work with.
Okay.
But I expect to be done here very shortly.
Very nice. Well, we are so enjoying this, and I can tell you really enjoy what you do.
I love it. It's a labor of love for me. You know, it's a passion. If I could have 8 days a week, I would find them.
Excellent, excellent. Well, that's so lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Blair.
Okay. George Daou, here we are in your vineyard. This is absolutely stunning. Vista after vista after vista, it just gets more and more beautiful.
Well, you know, Blair, the strongest emotion in life is love. And what we work very hard to do here is to have you say, I love this when you come here.
I was speaking with your brother Daniel earlier, and he was talking about this was a labor of love, and I understand he's in charge of all the winemaking. What are you in charge of?
Nothing. No.
You got the good end of the bargain.
Right. The old joke is that he is in charge of the liquid, and I'm in charge of the liquidity. Unfortunately, in the wine business, there is no such thing as liquidity.
All right.
So I found other things to amuse myself, and I'm a student of human behavior. I like to see people happy. What are people looking for? They're looking for a great destination, phenomenal views, ultra premium wines, great food that's clean and healthy that pairs with the wines, and wonderful hospitality.
And you have it all here, and it is very hospitable. Your staff has been so gracious and lovely. Now, did you and your brother just wake up one morning and say, let's go make wine? How did this happen?
Daniel and I decided to do this about 7 years ago when we were about to lose our parents and our sister. And we realized then that life was too short, and that you don't measure life anymore by how successful you are in the normal forms of life. The way we measure success today is happiness. So our number one goal is happiness.
Perfect.
Our ultimate goal is love, and we believe that as human beings we're here to learn to love and to receive love. And what a better setting than this one to be able to make peace with who we are as humans and be able to go back to the basics, which are really, we're here to be happy. We're not here to win any game or anything like that. And you lose track of this when you live in the city. I mean, we grew up in Paris. We're in the middle of the country.
Yes.
We're at 2,200 feet. There's nothing around us, as you can see. But we have more visitors here a day than I've had in San Diego living there for 30 years.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
absolutely.
Well, there's obviously some magic that happens here.
And we are now in possession of the mothership, which is the original winery where Andrei Chelachev came here in the entire area and said, this is where you should make Cabernet.
I understand your Cabernet is getting some big Big applause.
Yes, our cabs have gotten the 90s and above, from Robert Parker, from Jim Lobby, and from a gamut of wine critics out there. So our goal is not to necessarily stand on our laurels, but our goal is to continue raising the bar and continue improving the experience so that the consumer who comes here is satisfied and truly feels that this is the second happiest place on earth.
Well, cheers to that. Shall we? To Daou Vineyards.
Thank you.
And being happy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Until next time, enjoy.